Hi guys, Frank here again from 4U2BREW.com. Welcome to this next edition of our brew guides. Right now, this session I'm going to be talking to you about the Moka Pot. This is a Bialetti Moka Pot. It's well known around the world. I'm sure many kitchens and many homes have a Moka Pot, new or old, somewhere buried in a cupboard, and well loved and well liked, been around for many years. So firstly, what we're going to do is, the Moka Pot obviously has the top chamber where the coffee will brew into. It has the little filter, like a mini porter filter that sits inside, a little filter that sits inside the bottom chamber where we will fill the water. The Moka Pot, this is a 6 cup, which is a 275 ml. I'm going to do about 200 mils. And there's a little valve, this little breather valve. Normally we fill to just below that valve on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just get our water inside, which will be around 270 or so mils. That looks good for me. Now with the Moka Pots, the usual, we've discussed the 1:15 ratio there. Some say the sweet spot is 1:18. Others say the sweet spot's 1:15. For a Moka Pot, we're going to do the ground of the coffee to the amount of coffee to water. We're looking at about 1:8. So I've got about 32 grams of coffee ground medium fine to 270 mils of water, which will be around that ratio. So I'm going to just pour the coffee. I've pre-grounded just using a little milk steaming jug that I've cleaned out, and I'm just going to pour the coffee in. Coffee is very hands-on, so don't be scared to get your hands dirty. We don't tamp this, I'll just give it a little tap with my finger. I've ground a little bit more than is necessary, so I'm not going to fill everything. There we go. Then we just tighten it, the water's in the bottom chamber, loosely. And then I'm just going to give it a tight, not too tight so you don't overdo it. Let's get it on top of the butane burner, get our gas flowing. So it does take a while for it to come through. You don't want to use boiling water in the bottom chamber. It needs to have a time to steam and just warm up nicely, and then start to push through, up the little siphon, up the little pipe. So it pushes through the coffee in a gentle manner. It's not under pressure like a tamped puck we create when we're using a normal espresso machine, a proper espresso machine. This is sort of forcing it through, but it still creates a really beautiful flavor. So every now and then, just gonna check nothing's coming through yet. Our gas is flying, and soon we'll be having our coffee. Beautiful, the coffee is starting to pour through, seep through up the little spout, coming out. Looking good, looking good. Just going to reduce the gas slightly. Wonderful, wonderful. Smelling the aroma. Easy way to start your morning. Ground your coffee, or you have it pre-ground. Obviously a medium fine. And then put it on the stove while you see what's in the fridge, ready for the day. Beautiful, crema coming through. I'm just going to reduce the gas a bit as it's pushing through so it doesn't shoot out too much. Bubbling, lovely. There we go, you can get it start to make that little noise as it's pushed through. Wonderful. Let me just grab a cup quickly, and we're going to pour our coffee and have a taste. Wonderful. So I'm just going to move our burner, take it off. Careful not to touch the top. If you do have something similar, it is hot. Here's our little cup, and let's have a little peek. See, beautiful. Oh, spilling, that's part of the game. And let's pour our espresso. It is very hot, so what I usually do is let it stand and cool down for a while. Or what you can do is have a little bit of cool water handy. You can pour a little bit of cool water on it, or room temperature water, to make it like an Americano. Alternatively, you can just take a bit of cold milk and drop it on it. I've just used a cup like this, depending on, for me, it's lovely to use however much you want. And this will be hot, so be careful. And that is a beautiful, rich, dark, wonderful tasting espresso. Wouldn't have the same crema that you would get from an espresso machine, but it produces a beautiful coffee.